Yes, children, welcome back for our EVS 1 video. Good morning, everyone. In the last part of the video, we have started with chapter number 1, and in the two videos, we have divided the chapter and seen different parts with the chapter. We have seen digestive organs, alimentary canal, then diaphragm and its movements, exchange of gases, respiration process, respiratory system, and many more topics. Now today in this part of the video, we are going to cover some more points in this chapter. And this would be the last video for chapter number 21 because we are going to see the last part of the chapter. In this part of the video, we are going to see energy for the body, that what all constituents and how the substances that are formed in the body help to be the part of energy that helps us to do different kinds of activity throughout the day. Circulation of blood in different parts of the body, other systems in the body, and the nervous system. So, let's continue with the explanation part and see each point in detail. Before moving ahead with the explanation part and see each point in detail, let's recall our memory and go back and think for a second what I have taught you in the second part of the video. And here is one question. Use your brain power. Name the organs of the digestive system. Yes, we have seen and I have told you to draw the diagram in your notebook as well and to study the diagram. So in the digestive system, you have mouth, tongue, teeth, salivary glands, gullet, stomach, small and large intestine. So these are the parts of digestive system. We know what is respiration. We have studied in the earlier videos. Let's see in short what is respiration. That is inhaling and exhaling. We inhale oxygen and we give out carbon dioxide. So when this process takes place, which process? The process of respiration takes place. Through that process, we know that we inhale, we intake oxygen, and the oxygen which we intake that enters the blood in the body and spread to all the parts of the body through the air. So substances formed in the process of digestion also mixes with this blood, and along with the blood it also reaches to different parts of the body. That is, the substances that are intake with the help of digestion that gets mixed with the blood, and along with the blood it moves on to different parts of the body. So of these, some substances act as a fuel for the body. In the previous chapter, if you remember, we have seen chapter number 19, constituents of food, and which substances act as a fuel, as the energy for the body. We all are aware that we have studied constituents, proteins, vitamins, minerals, calcium, carbohydrates, and fats. Many more substances, many more constituents are there, and along with them, these should be intake in a proper amount. We have studied that. So these substances which remains in the body that acts as a fuel, kind of energy to do the work throughout the day. Though you are not eating 4 to 5 hours, but still it continues you to give energy to do your work. So, along with this respiration process, when we inhale oxygen, it moves to the blood. And when it reaches to the blood, along with that, it reaches to different parts of the body. And this process goes on in a slow movement. Slow burning of these substances give energy to the body. That is, the fuel that is present in the body act as a kind of energy for our body to do different tasks, and that task we can work out in a proper manner. You know, when you want to run a vehicle, you might have seen that a vehicle is running either on a petrol, LPG, or diesel. So when these fuels are not there in the vehicle is not going to run. In the same way, your body requires a fuel of food, and that reaches to different parts of the body, providing you energy to do all the work. You can do your work by properly having coordination with each part of the body. Is it like that hands will get fuel and legs may not get? No. So along with the blood, it reaches to the parts of the body carrying out different tasks in a proper and systematic manner. Moving on to the next point is circulation of blood. Up till now, we all are aware about the process of respiration, that how inhale and exhale takes place in a human body. So, when we inhale oxygen, it moves on to different parts of the body along with the blood. That means the blood carries the oxygen obtained from the air and providing energy with which the substances which we have consumed in the form of food. So along with the blood, the substances that we consume also moves on to different parts of the body, providing us energy to do different kind of work. Yes, we all are aware that blood is present in different parts of the body. How we come to know that blood is present in different parts of the body? What keeps the blood flowing in different parts of the body? And we know that sometimes, or either we have met with an accident and maybe the injury must be on a hand, finger, toe, or any other parts of the body, but still the blood comes out. Maybe the injury may be minor or major, depends. So we come to know that yes, blood is present in different parts of the body, providing us energy. But do we know that how this process takes place? That means what keeps the blood flowing in different parts of the body. So let's see that. Now you can see in the slide picture of hearts, and you can see the colors in that. It is blue and red in color. So what these two different shades tells us? So we know that heart continually contracts and relaxes for this purpose. If you keep your hand on your heart, you know that breathing takes place. That is, your heart pumps up and then goes down. That means it contracts and then relaxes. But how is it possible? So, a network that consists of tubes or vessels that carry blood away from the heart and those that bring blood back to the heart is spread throughout the body. You can see that these veins, these vessels are present in the body, and accordingly, when the contraction and relaxation process takes place in the heart, the blood comes to the heart and slowly and gradually it reaches to different parts of the body. It spreads to different parts of the body when it relaxes. That means this network and the tubes that are present or the vessels that are present in the blood, it helps to flow the blood into different parts of the body. So the process of keeping the blood flowing to the different parts of the body is called as blood circulation. Because of this blood circulation only we can carry out different activities. That means the innumerable substances, numerous substances are carried out from one part of the body to the another part of the body at the same time. And this too is made possible with the help of the circulation of blood. That means blood circulation helps to carry out different tasks in the body internally. The heart and the network of blood vessels or blood tubes together form the circulatory system. Why they are called a circulatory system? Because the circulation of blood moves into different parts of the body accordingly. That means it moves from one part of the body to another part of the body. That is called as a circulation of blood or blood circulation, and that is why it is named as circulatory system. So as long as we are alive, this process of blood circulation goes in the body continuously day and night. It is quite important to maintain the amount of blood in a human body, because if you lack with this deficiency, you may have certain health issues. Illnesses may take place in your body and it may affect the other organs also in the body. So it is very important that we should consume a healthy and nutritious diet to maintain our blood as well as hemoglobin in the body. Moving on to the next point is the nervous system. We know that the functions of respiratory, circulatory and digestive systems are vital, are very important for the body, because if one of the system is getting affected, automatically the other systems are also not going to work properly in a smoother way. So it is very important that the internal organs are working properly. Togetherly, whatever internal organs are present in our body, up till now we have seen respiratory system, we have seen digestive system, we have also seen the circulation of blood. These all system, the circulatory system, these all should work in a simultaneous way. If they are not working properly, then the other systems that are present in the body, that can get also affected. So they have to carry out their work in a proper manner. Other than that, if it is not, then it can affect to different parts of the body, causing different health issues. Now we know that different functions or different systems are working accordingly, and they're helping out each other to work it in a proper manner. But there are certain tasks that carry out only as per your wish or your liking. If you like to do that task, you will do. Otherwise, your answer is no. That means, just take an example of speaking. When you like to speak, that time only you will speak, because your mind will tell you, your bodily functions will tell you that now it is a time to speak, to tell something. When you feel like running, when any activities are taking place, you feel like running. Sometimes you like to dance, sometimes you like to sing, sometimes you like to play, sometimes you like to study. So these all functions are taking place in your body, but it is up to your wish, your likes, that whether you want to do these tasks or not. So you have learned that coordinations means paying attention to all the different tasks at the right time and in a right manner. Just take an example of speaking. So, while speaking, you know that you need to talk with your mouth. Along with that, you need to keep your mind alert that what you are speaking and what point you need to speak. So, along with this, your hands coordination and your facial gestures also makes people understand that what is your point of view to explain that. Another example is running. Why you are running? Because others are running, that is why you are running? No. Your minds give you an alert that we are playing, and according the rules of the game are such a way that we need to run in this particular way or that particular way, or we are playing hide and seek, or we are playing running. So accordingly, racing is there of 100 meter, 200 meter. So accordingly your mind gives you an order. And who in the mind gives you an order? That is your brain. Your brain will give you a guidance, and accordingly you work out for the task. Whatever activities we are doing, for that coordination is must. And accordingly the function of brain helps to maintain this coordination. Just take an example of riding a bicycle. You know that you need to ride a bicycle, for that you need to pedal your bicycle, and then only the bicycle is going to move. But along with that, you need to keep hands on the handles, need to control the brakes, need to look in front so that any accident should not take place or any injury should not be there. So accordingly, with your hands, with your legs, and with your brain, you need to keep everything, you need to properly coordinate with that. If any of the function is not taking place properly, your bicycle is not going to get move. So it's very important, and this function of brain helps us to do the task accordingly. So there is a network that connects the brain with all the different parts of the body. That is why when you ride a bicycle, along with your brain, along with your mind, your hands and legs movement takes place. So this is a network of nerves that carries the messages to and fro between the brain and different parts of the body. It is moving. It is a kind of messenger. How you chat on WhatsApp with your friend and immediately you get a reply with your friend. Why? Because your friend may be online. Or if your friend see a message, the friend is going to message you immediately. So in the same way, this network of nerves give message to the brain, and accordingly brain sends the message to different parts of the body immediately to carry out the task. If I'll ask you one question, think for a second and then reply it. Where is brain present? You may put your hand on your head, maybe on your forehead or you may say that it is present inside the skull, but its exact position is backside at your neck. That means the brain is present there between your cervical cord. That means where you are having backside, if you touch and see at your neck, you may come to know that there is a cervical cord present inside our body, which helps us to keep our posture straight, sitting straight, erect. Accordingly, brain is present in backside, and that is why it need to be get protected, and you should not get hit with any kind of thing. So this protection is possible when you're riding a vehicle. That is why it is insisted to wear a helmet. At the same time, if any injury takes place when you're playing, so it is very important, or parents are suggesting you be careful, don't hit on your head or don't beat anyone on their head, because brain gets affected because of a simple hitting on the head also. So we need to be very careful when we are playing or when we are doing any kind of activities. We need to take certain precautions. We know that for carrying out different activities, the brain gives us an order, and accordingly, we work out for different tasks. So, the brain gives order to the different parts of the body to work accordingly. The brain and the network of nerves together are called as the nervous system. And this nervous systems function to coordinate all the bodily functions. That means all the bodily activities are carried out with the help of these functions of the brain. The brain gives functions to different parts of the body, and the different parts of the body accordingly get the message, and they work out with coordinating with each other. So there are few questions in your textbook on page number 112. Can you tell? Now, what is your opinion? What all answers you can suggest for such types of questions? Already we have studied about the brain, the nervous system, and we need to answer the questions. The first one is, how do we know that we are hungry and that we should now eat? When our body level, that is when the energy from the body decreases, we may feel hungry, and our brain creates a feeling of hungerness. Accordingly, we feel hungry and we feel like eating now. Second question is, how do the salivary glands come to know that there is food in the mouth and it is a time to secrete saliva? To secrete saliva means when you are eating, the saliva is less. Why? Because when you are eating, automatically it reduces. As food enters the mouth, brain gets to know this by the nervous system. The brain sends a message, a signal to the salivary glands to secrete saliva. The next question is, what makes respiration and blood circulation go on all the time and the process of digestion happen at the right time? Again, the brain is giving order to the different parts of the body. Accordingly, respiration and blood circulation takes place in this process. That means the brain gives order for the respiration as well as for the circulation of the blood in different parts of the body. Moving on to the last point in the chapter is other systems in the body. We have learnt about respiratory system, digestive system, circulatory system, and the system that coordinates along with the different functions, and this system is the nervous system. We have studied about these, but there are certain other systems also present in our body, and which all systems help us to do that different task. Let's see them. For example, the skeleton system. This gives shape and support to the body and protects the internal organs or the important organs that are present inside our body. Next is the excretory system. It expels the waste substances that are not required by the body in the form of motion or urine. That means this thing is not required by the body, and the excreta systems help for removing that waste from the body. So the working of all these systems is extremely complex, and we never know that how they are functioning. But it is important to understand at least some of the information about it. We do not know that these functions how they are working inside our body, but the symptoms can be seen outside. Just take an example. If you are having loose motions, that means diarrhea or vomiting, dysentery may take place in your body. That means your digestive system is not proper. It is just a hint for ourselves to take care of our body. This guides us that we need to take medicine, or sometimes we need to visit to a doctor for proper medicinal support. Accordingly, we need to take precautions and have a light diet food. Always remember, if the function of any of the organs or the systems in the body is getting disturbed, it is also going to affect the other systems that are working in the body in the proper way. Why? Because one system is affecting the other system. They are interconnected to each other. So it is very important that we should take care of our body and have a healthy and nutritious diet. We know that how different systems in our body are working and provides energy to do different types of work. Here is one question in your textbook on page number 113. Use your brain power. Which systems work together to provide the body with energy? So, body gets energy with heart, lungs, stomach, intestine and brain. If these are working properly, coordinately, they can provide energy to different tasks or to carry out these tasks in a proper and effective manner. In this part of the video, we have covered about the nervous system, about different systems that are working in our body. Along with that, we have seen circulation of blood and how body gets energy to do different types of work. Here we end up with our video. Thank you for watching the video. Take care. Bye bye.